Hey, hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm Angel, and I want to give you 5 tips for beginner snowboarders. Number 1 is flip over. If you're trying to get up because you fell over backwards, turn around, face up the hill, and then stand up. It'll be super easier. I know that's a real simple, easy one that I think people forget when they're first starting out, but it really helped me out. Another is, don't be afraid to change your bindings. Try out different scenarios with your bindings. I didn't find out that I'm goofy till like season 3, year 2 of me riding. And while I'm glad to practice on the outside, it sure did help me improve faster once I tried out different binding scenario and learned that I'm goofy. And also just different boards, different bindings, just like driving different vehicles can give you a different experience. So don't be afraid to experiment with that. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is keep your shoulders and body in line with your board. This is a little more of a intermediate tip, but it's good to keep in mind from the very start. A lot of times you're going to be leading. Your temptation is to lead with your hips or your shoulders. And indeed, you are going to lead a little with your shoulders, but if you can keep your shoulders and your board in line with each other, see if I can demonstrate. It's hard to talk and do at the same time, but pretend like there's a pole kind of through your hips and through your shoulders, and instead of leading with the shoulder, you do want to lead a little with the shoulder, but you want to keep your shoulders, body in line with the board. And in fact, you want to keep your body in line all the time. So that means leaning forward into the toe edge and leaning back into the back edge. Once you practice a little, you'll know what I'm talking about. Is that tip number 3? Tip number 4 is steer with the bottoms of your feet. This is one I don't hear anybody talk about, and this was the number 1 tip that the young man who gave me my first and only lesson when I was starting out told me. Steer with the bottoms of your feet. If you just push with your little toe, push with your big toe, you might be amazed to find if you just relax, bend your knees, center onto your board, and your board will respond to the ever so slight push with this toe or that. Try it, you'll see. I ain't lying. What was that? Tip number 4. Tip number 5 is to bend your knees. Bend your knees even more. I'm still working on this one. This is something I'm going to work on today. Bend your knees some more. Really just relax into your board. Bend your knees so that you have that cushion, so that you can move your legs independently, even though they're strapped to the same board. If you think of your board like suspension on a car, and allow the front and the back to move independently, and your legs to move independently, and your knees to bend more to accommodate the motion of the mountain underneath you, you're going to have a lot better of a ride. That's my 5 tips for beginner/intermediate snowboarding. Number 1, flip over. Face up the mountain to get up. It's a lot easier. Number 2, don't be afraid to change your bindings. Number 3, keep your shoulders in line with your board. Number 4, steer with the bottoms of your feet. And number 5, bend your knees. I hope that helps somebody out. I love snowboarding. It's really saved my life more than once. I highly recommend it. I'm going to give another video on the difference between skiing and snowboarding, because I used to ski. I don't know if I can go back to it now that I'm a snowboarder. But whatever you're into, whether it's skiing, snowboarding, sledding, some other kind of snow play, I hope that you're loving it. Just aiming to improve all the time. I thank you for stopping by. I welcome your questions and comments. I welcome your support. You can find ways of connecting with me and supporting me in the description. And until next time, I wish you lightheartedness, love, peaceful conflict resolution, lots of fun riding. Ciao for now.